Right, there we are. Here he is, Jornan, the Paladin. Half-elf Paladin. Still in the location where we started out. I did do some UI stuff. I kind of made everything transparent to get it in the way as little as possible, but it might be... We have to check if everything is readable. I made a mistake actually. So this is a hot button I made, which is hide corpse all. That will hide all the corpses except your own, and there usually are quite a bit of corpses around. So we start out with a sword, some drink, some food, a tome of order in Discord, which we do not want to use, or well, we could use it, but we don't want to give it to the priest of Discord. But actually, the priest of Discord isn't... We are not greeted right away with the priest of Discord. Usually you are. Well, in a lot of places. So you might be kind of tempted to just give him what he's asking for, but actually that turns on your PvP flag. And yeah, you don't want that. Although I did notice they've introduced a new NPC which actually lets you take off your PvP flag, so you're not entirely screwed anymore. But we do have a tattered note which reads: harness the power of the storms, become one with thunder, join the Knights of Thunder in reigning Khurana's will across the lands of Norath. Give this note to the Guildmaster Runthar Hamist at the Temple of Thunder, south of the Grounds of Fate and to the east of the Qeynos docks. So that's all the information that we're given. And if this was 1999, we had absolutely no clue what to do, where to go, and whatnot. But luckily for us, there is an extensive wiki on this game, which does have basically everything mapped out for you. Because yeah, this game does not have a map. You don't have a compass. You need to train your sense heading, which we're terrible at right now, and we need to find a trainer first anyway to get that up to 1, because I don't think, at least up to 1, because I don't think it'll go up as long as we don't have it. I think we are already in South Qeynos. So there are 4 people here. We have Sketlo, the half-elf, we have a ranger, Menfralas, we have a ranger, Jenguar, and we have yours truly, Jornan. The boat to Otis is about to depart from the Iridan docks. Matter of minutes, remember, smuggling is a serious offense. Let's see, I think... If I remember correctly, that's the arena, that's not where we want to go. Oh yeah, I should mention I'm playing at 4:3 ratio because you can play this at widescreen, and I'm guessing it's fine in widescreen. But the thing is, the FOV doesn't actually change when you play in widescreen. So it kind of just cuts off the bottom and the top of your view, really. So you actually lose real estate. And once I noticed that, the game felt fairly cramped. So I kind of just decided to play it 4:3. This is more the... here are the enchanters, I believe. So we don't want to go there. This is the bank, but we have absolutely nothing. We only have a sword in our good cheer. Maybe we have to go through here. I don't have the map handy, but I could. I think we need to go this way. So these are the docks they were talking about. Also, I'm playing on a bit of a lower resolution because the UI elements don't quite scale. They don't scale actually. So playing at like 1440p is pretty tough. Easy on the eyes because everything looks nice, but kind of hard with your UI, because you can upsize your font, which you do by using chat font size. No spaces. Chat font size and then space and then 1 through 6. So, and I don't know, I think it starts out at like a 2 or a 3, and I believe this is 5. So yeah, you could go to 6, which should be gargantuan. Well, That's not gargantuan actually, but yeah. Font size 5. I think that's readable enough. And another thing that's pretty fun, you can change. Also, the options are opened by Alt-O. I had a lot of trouble finding it yesterday when I first played after a long while, and I thought it was Control-O, but that's not it. It's Alt-O, and there's no other way to get to this screen anymore, I believe. Or there never was, to my knowledge. I think at some point this client did have like an EQ button that had a lot of shortcuts on it, but it's not classic, so they... Bahnschrift is pretty good, but yeah, but you probably want to stick with Arial. I like this one a bit better than Arial, but it does have a tendency, it's not so bad now. I think in some sentences, certain letters will be cut off at the bottom. So here we have a quest. Well, or we can probably, so Guard Baron, we could ask him about his brother, and he might tell us something. But we'll head over to the guild hall for now, which is a fun system. A sewer rat. The rat regards you indifferently. It looks like an even fight. For the sake of Karana, we'll try to fight the rat. But well, not really Karana. Okay. So yeah, level 1. You are really level 1. We even have trouble fighting a sewer rat. We're getting better at slashing. 7. But come on, we gotta beat the rat. Yeah. Fat loot. Rat ass. I don't think those are good for anything. We gain experience, 10 XP, so that's not too bad actually. So if we kill 9 more, then we should be level 2. Trying to figure out where I need to go. Yeah, this is the way I need to go. I think these are just vendors. Let's put this up here. You can have my red ears for 1 silver. Which isn't too bad, I think. There we go, 1 silver. But not enough to buy anything. I kind of want a buckler. Small tower shield, 103 platinum. That's really expensive. Tower shield, 20 platinum. So yeah, with this being... it's not really the first MMORPG. You could say it's the first modern MMORPG. There was Meridian 96 or 93. That's kind of, I think if you look, kind of dive deeper into MMORPGs, I think that's the first graphical MMO. Which you can still play, I believe. Yeah, if you go even deeper than that, you'll find mods, multi-user dungeons, which I've played a bit of it, kind of after the fact, because I actually learned about mods from talking to someone in Everquest, on this server. So, yeah, so yeah, we can train. This is a Paladin trainer. But I actually wanted to talk with her first, but that's fine actually. So we leveled up 2 points in slashing because we start off at level 5. Oh, I'm actually doing the sense heading thing because I have that set up to my one of my move keys does sense heading to kind of train it while just running around. Which is kind of the cool kid thing to do. But I should probably... See, it's still at 0. We want to at least... I think that's the case. You want to at least get something to 1 before you can actually train it naturally. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure if learning hand to hand is any good. It might be. Meditate, I think that's bugged. You're not supposed to learn that yet. So I think if you practice it, you'll regain your practice points, because you're not you don't get it until a certain level, and I don't remember what. Taunt, we want to get taunt trained. We are a master at the common tongue and in Elvish. I don't know how you can switch to speaking Elvish. I do remember being able to do that back in the old days in World of Warcraft. If you were of a different race than human, you could speak in like Dwarvish or Elvish. So we probably want to get blunt to 1 anyway. Maybe these as well. I don't know, this might be a bad thing, but let's just get it done. So yeah, Cassine Pegra actually talks to you while you train. That's pretty funny or interesting. Hail! May the blessing of the Rainkeeper protect you in your travels. I am Cassine Pegra, Keeper of the Order of Thunder Medallions. So, if something is in brackets, and I think that's actually a quality of life thing, because I don't think it used to be in brackets when the game started. But if you mention, so this is very a mod thing to do, you actually have to type out stuff. And that was actually the thing I enjoyed the most about what little I've played of the Ultima MMO, but not the actual Ultima MMO, Shroud of the Avatar. That kind of brought this back a bit, although you could just click through it really, which you can do in the current client of retail, yeah, Everquest, I think. So yeah, if we what about Order of Thunder? I think she should just react. Yeah, there you go. The Order of Thunder is the medal awarded to a Knight of Thunder who has proven himself superior to the average warrior. All Knights and Priests of Thunder have one, save for the youngest members. So ergo, we do not have one. Along with the medal comes great respect. You might say the wearer becomes more charismatic, so it might have a charisma buff on it. Should you find one, please return it to Cassine Pegra unless told otherwise. So, kind of weird she doesn't actually say return it to me unless told otherwise, but oh well. So yeah, if we find one, this is probably a turn-in quest. That's kind of the thing, right, with Everquest. It's called Everquest, but there really are hardly any quests to go around. But no, there are a fair bit of quests, but just not in the way we're kind of used to them now. Hail, Gina Solbenia. Or Solbenia, probably. Greetings and blessings to you, Jornan. Karana offers you his protection and guidance. All who accept the offer shall find safe haven within our Temple of Thunder. If you are a cleric of Karana, you must have a desire to serve Karana's flock. I actually don't know if we can do this. What if we say, I wish to serve... Oh, this might be a problem. Because yesterday I couldn't actually type in special... No. So this might not work. No. So if this is a quest we can go on, I should probably just check the wiki to see what she'll ask, because I cannot do special symbols. There was a bit on the wiki about how to solve that, but you kind of have to go into your... I don't even know really. Welcome, Jordan. Please feel at ease here in the Temple of Thunder. We, the Knights of Thunder, are here to guide and serve. But if we actually try to interact with him, he says, "Be gone. You are not a member of the cleric class. Be gone." But Rennick Lozarin judges you amiably, so we are in good standing with him. So this is the gentleman we are meant to give our letter to, I think. Tattered note. Give this note to the Guildmaster Runathar Harmest. Or Hamest. Yep, so this is the Guildmaster. There you go. And we can turn it in. Just give Oi, 9 experience, and we got a tunic. Grey tunic. Old grey tunic. Law item chest. AC 2. Medium, cleric paladin, human, high elf, half elf. Those are quite important to have a look at once in a while, because you might think to buy something from a vendor, like I did yesterday. I thought I bought a cape, and then I realized, oh, I cannot wear that. Even though the kind of the little icon looks the same for all the cloth items, it didn't. We couldn't actually wear it. So yeah, sadly, or just the reality is that this the item does not actually show up on our character. That's true for all, well, most starter cloth armor anyway. That just doesn't show up. This is kind of how it is. So yeah, we can train at him too, but we probably also want to talk to him. Runathar Hamist says, "Welcome to the Temple of Thunder. You are home. We are home to paladins and clerics who follow the ways of Khurana. Do you need guidance, or are you already a follower of Khurana?" So we are already a follower. I am a follower of Khurana? No, Khurana. Khurana the Rainkeeper is the provider of the storms. If it were not for the storms of Khurana, life would not flourish. All should pay tribute to the Rainkeeper. I thought yesterday I got a quest off of him. What if we say I need guidance? Then go forth into the church and speak to Genesel Benya. She will assist you. Maybe I need to speak. I probably need to speak to the other one. I don't believe it's you. Hail. Welcome, Jordan. I am Diadit. I'm not really sure how to pronounce your name. Faithful priest of Khurana, you appear to be in search of guidance, or perhaps you are merely a visitor to the temple wishing a blessing of holy armor. I wish for a blessing of holy armor. Holy armor? I offer good standing members of the Knights of the Thunder the blessing of the holy armor. I must charge 10 gold for the service. Components are expensive these days. Okay, yeah, we do not have 10 gold. 10 gold? That's like 1 platinum. Yeah. So I think you are actually the one I need to speak to. Welcome to the Temple of Thunder, Jordan. May Khurana bless your travels in this world. Nope, you're not the one. No, you don't want to speak to us either. Maybe we need to be a slightly higher level. Because yesterday, I'm pretty sure I went here. And then one of them gave me a quest to collect bone chips. Or is it you? No? You? Hey, hail, noble half-elf. Remember to spread the word of Khurana throughout the faraway lands on which you shall tread. We, Temple of Thunder, are looking for new members, good people who wish to join our cause. Let the call go out. So this is kind of annoying. They start walking away. I wish to join your cause. And then we have to find him. Where did he go, though? Bring pride upon our name, Jordan. Damn it. To join the cause? That is good news. If you walk the righteous path of the Rainkeeper Khurana, then you are truly noble. I have need of someone like that. I must find someone to perform a dangerous mission, or perhaps you would rather seek out the Rat King or crush the undead. I will crush the undead. Those who passed generations ago have had their bones exhumed and enchanted. some evil force plagues this land with the skeletons. You will fight for us and crush them. Take this box and fill them with bones of those creatures. We will not allow them to rise again, and you shall earn our respect. Go forth and fight for Corana. So that is kind of the low-level questing that I'm familiar with. Not this particular one, but kind of how questing works. It's basically just gather up a lot of certain things that you can find in the Newbie art, which I'll be going to in a bit, where we're gonna pick some fights. And then you just hand them in. And that's kind of your life as a newbie. Right, so I'll have to figure out where I am. So we do need to zone out. We need to go to North Qeynos. We're in South Qeynos right now, because North Qeynos is where the newbie art is. I don't think there's any other way out of South Qeynos. I think this is kind of it. You can only go north. Well, you could go to the aqueducts, I think, but you don't want to go there until later levels. I'm actually not sure. That's kind of the thing with Everquest, where later on, this is all just kind of quality of life stuff, but later on in other games, you might, if someone has a quest for you, but you're low level, the quest either won't show up, or it'll be like World of Warcraft had those grey exclamation marks. So you would know this NPC has a quest, I'm just too low for it. Everquest doesn't have that, because it doesn't have, it doesn't have quests really in that way, and it also doesn't have a quest log, so if you just forget what you were doing, don't write it down or don't check the wiki, you wouldn't know what to do. But yeah, so yesterday I was talking to an NPC, and I was kind of going through all, not knowing what. I also found this quest with the undead chips yesterday without really looking for it, although you can on the wiki look for quests. But yeah, yesterday I was talking to this NPC and going through his whole speech, kind of an interesting tale, but then he gives me a sort of quest or something to do, and I said, okay, I might check up on that on the wiki, and then it's just, yeah, you'll probably want to be level 20 before you can do that quest. So, and that's oof, I don't know, some people might get to 20 pretty easily, but my guess is, for me, I've never reached level 20, so that's probably weeks of intense playing. I'm gonna head through this little bit, and that's actually a zone, a place where we have to zone into another area, and I'm hoping the game doesn't crash, so I'll be back with you hopefully in a bit. Nope, it's been good to me. No crash. Here we go, North Qeynos. So this was something that I kind of showed it off probably already, but you can interact with doors, and you can go inside of buildings. That's really something you don't see a lot, kind of that quote-unquote immersion. So this is where Temple of Life, this is where the other Paladin deity is. Now look at that. They're in a freaking spaceship with the sound effect and everything. Ooh, kind of looks like somebody dropped something there. I think. We might go and have a look. So yeah, we are not good at swimming. So yeah, one man's trash might be someone else's treasure, you never know, but... Oh, I think it might be a quest item, because it respawns right away. An old silver coin. Magic item, lore item, no drop. Yeah, probably a quest item. So yeah, that is something. Again, if you were playing this in 1999, you would have no idea. It would probably have melted my brain, because it would just, you'd have no idea what's going on, what all this is for. At least now with the wiki, you can just type in an old silver coin, and you'll probably find this item and what it's used for. So if you want to be a purist, you could not do that. Just try to figure everything out on your own. But that's not really the case, right? So it's... I kind of get that this would be a... so that there he is, that's Priest of Discord. If you give him this book, he'll put the PvP status on you. Which actually, let's just destroy the book. Because yeah, you don't want to do that. Because if you're flagged for PvP... I was kind of thinking about it. If you flag for PvP, you cannot group with non-PvP characters, and basically no one on this server is PvP, so you kind of gimped your character. But there he is. The one in the white robe is the Priest of Order. And I think if you talk to him, he'll allow you to undo. I'm the Priest of Order. My quests aren't implemented yet. Very immersive. In the meantime, I can remove your PvP status if you'd like. So if you had gone and made the mistake to turn on your PvP, this guy can take it off. Yeah, I think he was implemented rather recently, because I don't remember ever seeing that NPC. And I was kind of thinking, why wouldn't they just remove the original priest, kind of the one that puts your PvP status on there? Just remove the book, and just... You know, because there is the red server, which is kind of meant for PvP, but then again, there might be people already PvP flagged, kind of, so it makes sense, I suppose, that they can't just remove a character like that. Right, sword in hand. We still got some food and water. And now we just go ahead and hide corpses. And this decaying skeleton is even to us, so we can attack it. And here we are. Combat. So we gained 4 copper. Fire beetles are high level. Yep. Yellow to us. The bat is even, so we can fight that. We should be alright, 84. Although I hope so. It's kind of the thing, being level 1, your regen is kind of whack, so your health is going up and down quite aggressively. And you'll get nothing unlike it. So the thing about half elves is they actually have a slight bit of night vision, which makes things a little bit more doable. Let's sit down a bit. So the last time I played, I think, again, this is years ago, I think that was the green server was out, but I was kind of running around on the blue server for a bit, because the green server was then, so that's probably something that someone that's hidden. Because they have a light source, but they don't show up. I was talking to someone, and this conversation always pops up in my head when Everquest is kind of discussed. Because it was kind of interesting how he looked at it. He basically said you shouldn't really think of... Later iterations of Everquest were gamified. It became a game. But he said... Originally, Everquest shouldn't be... This version of Everquest shouldn't be seen as a game, really. It's more of a fantasy life simulator, almost. And I'm kind of going back and forth on that thought. Sometimes I think, oh, that's a bit... I don't know. I don't really know what to think about that. But sometimes it kind of makes sense to me. Because... yeah, really not being given proper direction and not not adhering to the rules that were later kind of cemented in by World of Warcraft mainly. That kind of wrote the book on how MMO should work, I think. There's kind of a clear delineation, for me at least, when you play something that was made before World of Warcraft and look at something that was made afterwards. And this was, of course, made before it. But yeah, kind of that reasoning that it's more of a life simulator, that was... okay, we're at 100 again. It kind of makes sense to me in that... Well, even just from a very direct standpoint, in just thinking, this is my character's life now. And you could say that, well, that's true about every game. But because leveling and everything takes so long, well, some people might say it doesn't take that long, but in my experience, it does very well. So when I played a shaman, like an Everfrost shaman, at some point it was just like, I was just thinking, well, my character's life right now is just hunting gnolls. That is just, we're a gnoll hunter now. That's just what we do every day. Every day we go out, we hunt gnolls, because the XP is pretty good. And also, we are just redoing the quest, where we hand in, I don't know what we hand in actually. Was it gnoll fangs or gnoll belts or whatever? It's just, yep, that's what I do now. That's how I make my living. That's how I make my money. I just hunt gnolls. And that may take you weeks if you're not careful. Well, probably even more so on later levels. You could vary it up once you find groups, and you could travel over the world and whatnot. Go to different quests, go to different dungeons. Oh, no, I wanna get all this. I think we can drink that. And we get a bit drunk. It's fine. I believe taunting is a pretty good way to get enemies to stop in their tracks and fight you, actually, as a melee. Because it's kind of annoying to be running after them all the while. There are quite a few items that you want. This is not one of them. Yeah, there you go. When we taunt, they come to you. Yeah, you want bats. You want... I think you could hand in bat fur and wings. But you do need different... different thing. I went to hand in the bat fur yesterday, but I wasn't really allowed to because my standing with the faction was too low. It was kind of funny. So here's one with a decaying skeleton with a weapon, but no, we should be all right. Okay, come on. Oh, I think that NPC back there can actually heal you. That's cool. I don't know how that works. But that gave us an item. And we have a full bag. Oh, but we do need like one more to level. So I might try it. 62. Decaying skeleton. Where? Oh, way in the back. Probably just fight this bat for now. We become better at defense. We're level 2. Bam. Oh yeah, you want bat wings. So I'll just, I don't know, chuck this one out for now. You do want to clean up after yourself. Just loot your corpses. Yesterday there was a bard running around And they do that kite kill thing, which I have no idea how that works. I don't think it was particularly... Yeah, I think it is a hard thing to do, I believe. But he wasn't terribly good at it, because I saw his corpse a lot of times. And also at some point you would see like this huge, like dozens of fire beetles all at the same spot, just kind of walking away, because then, yeah, and then in the middle of it would be his corpse. So, don't sell to this guy. This guy is a fraud. He's a greedy merchant, and I didn't realize yesterday until quite late. Which means that if you buy something from him, you'll have to pay double prices, and if you sell something to him, he'll only give you like half, I believe. So, yeah, you probably want to go to somebody like Shenro here. I think he's a fair man. What is this worth? 1 gold. Wow. Not too bad. Is this worth anything? I'll give you absolutely nothing. I'll give you absolutely nothing. No, those are quest items. So yeah, he'll give you 1 silver and 4 copper, but you don't want to, even if we weren't doing a quest that involves bone chips, you don't want to sell bone chips. Let's sell this for now. So we have, we don't have enough for a backpack yet. That's a shame. Maybe something smaller? No, small bag. We could, I think, yeah. Yeah, probably should. It's all right for now, but it's a bit of a shame. You want to get backpacks. There are also boxes that you might find off of enemies, which are pretty handy, but I think the problem with those are that they're pretty heavy. I think I'm going the wrong way. The boxes are pretty heavy, and they you cannot put big stuff in it. So again, I went through this newbie experience yesterday, and I found 1 cracked staff. That's kind of the a poor man's treasure, cracked staffs. Because that'll give you, those are worth more than 1 plat. Which is a fair bit of money when you're level 1 through 5. Red Whiskers. You want those. Those are part of 2 quests that I know of. So you want to be on the lookout, because there's 1 skeleton. I think it might be that one. Yeah, a skeleton. That one is level 6 or something. It might be higher. That one just kills your face. So I had all these things kind of thought up that I kind of want to talk about because I find it kind of interesting. One of them is kind of the state of this server. So P99 is pretty interesting in how it exists. Ooh, we got an upgrade. We have pants. The thing about P99 is that a null pup will fight it. They're actually aggressive towards you. Yeah, P99 is in this weird space where it exists with permission of retail Everquest. So you don't really have to worry about one day waking up and your server being gone, which is true for a lot of other servers. Private servers, I guess. So yeah, no pub gives you all kinds of faction. The Sabertooths of Blackburrow got worse. The rest got better, so that's fine. Oh, I should sit down for a bit. could try to bind a wound when we're below 50%, but we don't have it. We don't have bind. We don't have any bandages. He's getting away. There's also the cloth shirt. I also played a bit of the Warhammer MMO, Warhammer Online, kind of the private server. I think that's also one that probably is okay. That won't get a, what do you call it, cease and desist. Because yeah, the original server doesn't exist anymore. It might get into trouble because they are using the Warhammer license, I guess. But then again, they're not really making much money off of it. I think, if any. P99 does, because you could donate to him. A server I am kind of worried about, although I say worried, I'm not really. I played it for quite some time, but I stopped playing it. The Turtle WoW server, that one was pretty fun, but it got quite popular at some point, kind of to its own detriment, because it brought in a crowd that really, in my mind, that server was kind of meant for. It actually started off as being more of a role-playing server, and it also actually incorporated a challenge of sorts, where you it took longer to level, so it felt like a more in-between game between more kind of World of Warcraft, pre-World of Warcraft in a way. Kind of felt more like the beta of World of Warcraft, I suppose. Yeah, as you can see, level 2 goes a lot slower. I think maybe level 2 is a hell level, or whatever they call it. Yeah, I think it felt to me like Turtle WoW was more meant for a different crowd that kind of ended up going there when it got more popular. So at some point I felt kind of done with it. But that is a server I would say I'm kind of worried about one day just it being gone, because it is getting more popular. They have like a shop integrated into it, so they are making quite a bit of money from it, and that's probably something that Blizzard will not like. Another servers that I kind of had a stab at were the Star Wars Galaxy servers. It was pretty interesting. There are kind of three main ones. They're kind of about, you have SWG Emu, which is kind of the most, I don't know if it's the popular one, maybe not. But that is the one that tries to be closest to the original version of Star Wars Galaxies. I played a little bit of that, but I should see what the state of that game is, because they were kind of in the middle of because basically the server that they had running is kind of meant to be this beta server before the actual server starts, but it's been running for like over a decade, I believe. But when I got there, it was kind of pretty clear that most people had kind of left, really, because yeah, probably it's somewhere in the nearby future that whole server will be wiped. So I kind of got the feeling people were waiting for that to happen. Then they might come back and swarm. So it felt very desolate. But yeah, that's also one of those kind of old school MMOs that really is very different from WoW. So you really have to sit down and kind of learn everything, which is pretty neat in a way. But that is one version of Star Wars Galaxies that's running. Another one is kind of the opposite of Star Wars EMU, of the original SWG EMU, because it is more leaning towards the combat upgrade, which kind of I think that server is pretty popular, which kind of surprises me, because what I understand from Star Wars Galaxy fans is that once that happened, that was kind of the end of it. That was kind of the point where they kind of WoWified Star Wars Galaxies. They added in levels, they added in classes. But yeah, there is a server that kind of leans toward that end of Star Wars Galaxies. And I think there's one in the middle that kind of does its own thing. I think those three are kind of the popular ones, or maybe the only ones, I don't know, or the only big ones. I kind of dabbled with all, played a few hours of all three of them at some point. But yeah, the first SWG EMU especially was barren. That one's probably the most interesting to me. I think also it's kind of a monumental task, because I think they're kind of reverse engineering that entire thing. So it is a bit it's a long process. And also, that's kind of the thing with Everquest and Star Wars Galaxies. I'm probably more interested in learning about it and kind of hearing stories about it than actually playing it. The same is true for Everquest, even though I'm playing it right now. I played a few times. Like once I learned about this server and kind of had it set up, yeah, I might drop in, like with years in between, and then just kind of feel an itch to just beat up skeletons for a day. And then you kind of get your fix and you think, well, let's go play something else now. But yeah, hearing the stories about, I don't know, stuff like the Sleeper or stuff like bosses that had to be where guilds were on pager duty. You know, they were kind of just sat somewhere and just, all right, you're gonna sit here for, you're on duty for the next hours, and you have to sit here and just watch for the boss to respawn. And if it does, we're gonna round up all the guild members via a pager, and then it's just time to fight a boss. And hopefully we're the first ones, because then we'll be able to get the loot. Box for bones. Oh, we can actually put stuff in there. Huh. So that was kind of the thing I was curious about, because I didn't really understand why Everquest was, you know, really only being with World of Warcraft being the first MMO I played. Pretty much. I played a little bit of Guild Wars before World of Warcraft, but I don't know, it's been so long, I don't even remember most of it. Kind of my experience with, the first experience with MMOs was basically World of Warcraft, like so many of us. But I was also always kind of fascinated by Everquest, and also just not really understanding what, because that, when playing World of Warcraft, you kind of just you kind of knew about those people that the no-livers. It was kind of like they have to play. They play this all day long and whatnot, but it's not as. But then you learn, no, World of Warcraft is actually, even though it has this image of being a hardcore MMO with people kind of losing their life to it. It wasn't until later that I learned. No, that was actually, Everquest was worse. and I kind of was interested into learning why. Why is it worse? What's the difference between Everquest? What is it about like WoW compared to Everquest that it makes it more friendly in a way to play, more respectful of your time, and then you kind of learn that Everquest is actually more hardcore because nothing is zoned really, or everything is zoned, but everything is the same zone. I don't want this. I'll destroy it. Ooh. Question is it a cracked staff or just one of those great staffs? So yeah, that's the thing really. If you in Everquest, if you want a certain item or a certain weapon, a certain pair of boots, you're gonna have to sit down. Ooh, a cracked staff. Yeah. Do we have room for it? We gotta. Oh, that doesn't fit. Oh. We can swap something out, can we? Yeah. Alright, we are going to sell that one. We have made... We're in the money now. We can buy 2, maybe 3 backpacks. Yeah, so now it says, you think you are heading south. That basically means you're heading south. There is no ambiguity about it. You're just heading south. If it works, it works. And otherwise it says you have no idea. I'm actually wondering, did we level up any? Because I wasn't paying too much attention. Sense heading, level 3. So we leveled twice. Yeah, sense heading. I think it gets to be a bit... It levels up faster once you get past a certain point. And even still, when you're level 2, I don't think stuff can advance beyond level 10 or maybe 15, I don't know. But yeah, in Everquest, you when you wanted a certain item from a certain mob, you just had to wait around for it. And everything was shared and zoned, so if a certain enemy... And also, the respawn time was random of certain enemies. It might be hours. I think I knew the numbers, but sometimes it might be days. So yeah, that's kind of the thing. Are you willing to sit around here waiting for this enemy to come back? Which might take, you know, the next 24 hours. So yeah. I spoke with someone actually, I think on the server, that kind of talked about that. He remembers actually he was painting the house while sitting around, while every once in a while looking at his computer screen to see if the if one enemy had returned. So here we go. That was yeah, we have more than a plat now. Let's buy a backpack. Yeah, we can buy 2, I think. Yeah, we should be able to. 4 gold, you can have that. Anything in here? This is part of a quest. The rat foot. So is the rat furs, but again, I don't think I can hand it in. I might get enough... snake egg. I don't know if we need snake eggs. So we do need bat wings, and we do need this. That I know. Yeah, you cannot really move stuff around, I think, once you... No, you need it. Put that there. That one there. Thing is though, I'd probably want to buy like a shield. Let's speak to Medoro here. Hail Medoro Ginfarn. Greetings, fellow traveller. I gotta tell you, I love this town, especially the crows. Although the crowd seems a bit shadier than other places of the sort. Here we have crows, pub and casino. So yeah, this client actually has the texture upgrade. So this stuff looks pretty crisp. But if you were running like the actual 1999 textures, they would be a lot muddier. There's a same goes for like talking about quests that you'll be given very early on. I remember yesterday when I was with the other group of paladins, kind of went into their like the Temple of Life and asked around to see if anyone would give me a quest. And then one of them said, "Do you plan to venture out of Qeynos, or are you staying in?" I said, "Well, I don't want to go. I don't want to travel too far from Qeynos. I'm only just starting out." Okay. And then he said, "Go speak to, I think she's called Nadina. Go speak to Nadina. She seems to be upset about something. Find out what it is and try to help her." And then Nadina says, "Yeah, I'm worried about my sister. She is somewhere in Karana and her name's this, and I have a letter for her. Would you please deliver it?" And I'm like, "Oh, yeah, I'll deliver the letter for you. Okay, here's the letter." And I look it up on the wiki, and wouldn't you know it, I need to probably be level 10 plus, I think, before I can actually deliver the letter. Or before it's actually safe to do so. So once again, it's pretty... I don't even know the word for it, really. It's not... cryptic, or just... Yeah, I'm guessing in the reasoning behind it in 1999 was well, you could say it was just because it was the technology wasn't there at the time, but at the same time I think it was more meant to be a community-driven experience, right? So you would come in, and then you'd probably want to figure stuff out with friends and learn from other people, join a guild, and then maybe someone figured out how to get somewhere and he'd show you, and one person might figure out a certain quest, and then you'd go out and do all those quests together. So then you'd kind of learn incrementally what everything was about. But yeah, games don't work like that anymore. If you don't immediately get a pop-up about how something works or where you need to go, then people will lose interest. Who's that? Indifferently. I don't remember what you do here. Hello, Jornan. Okay, well. No. She probably means something to someone, but not to us. That's something else I learned about Everquest, and I don't know if this is true or maybe this is more romanticized. But from what I understand, not all the quests have even been completed, which I don't know if that's true or not, because by now the game must have been data mined to death. So why shouldn't people just be able to figure out, just have a look at the code and figure out how certain things work? But maybe it's true, I don't know. And also kind of how some of the lore. Okay, we also need those snake scales. That's also part of a quest. Can bring that to the Enchanters Guild, but in combination with other stuff. Yeah, this is also something that I Again, I only heard this once, so I don't know if it's actually true, but it sounds plausible. But that a lot of lore in this game is kind of lost to time, because there would be developers just building something, building like a location and certain enemies, certain NPCs, and they might have built this whole narrative around it. But then probably before, or the story is that before this was ever kind of proper knowledge, it wasn't really documented very well. So at some point, there would be stuff in the game that just people don't know really what it was about. So again, there was kind of I reminded myself by saying this NPC means something to someone, but not to us. Again, don't know if it's true. Could very well be. There goes Flippy Dogpaw. He does that every day. He just storms Qeynos and gets one-shotted by the guards. I think he's level 4 or 5 or so, so at some point you can actually kill him. Okay, let's get this null pup. If we can. Trying to kill steal from this skeleton. I don't think we got XP from that actually. No, I think the skeleton got it. So yeah, hearing the stories about Everquest are kind of fascinating to me. The whole culture around it. Same is true for Star Wars Galaxies. Kind of, I can imagine the kind of anger with people once they did the whole change the class system, and all of a sudden you could just pick Jedi. A loaf of bread. There's a channel called I think if you look for Star Wars Galaxies Mobius, you'll find it. He does a great job of telling you. He plays WSWG Emu, and all the while he might be going off about how certain things used to work. And he kind of explained how you came to be a Jedi, or could be a Jedi in kind of classic Star Wars Galaxies. So from what I understand, thing is, Star Wars Galaxies did not have classes. You just made a character, and then you picked a profession. You kind of had to specialize into things, and I think you could only specialize in one branch at a time. And how becoming a Jedi would work, well, and of course this was not. I think we can only carry one of those. You cannot loot this lore item because you already have one. So that's kind of annoying because I don't think I can destroy it. So now we're making a mess. We cannot remove our corpse. So yeah, we are still level 2 and only at 15%. So from going from level 1 to 2 is right quick, but going from 2 to 3, quite a challenge. Right, you made a character on Star Wars Galaxies. Again, this is all just from being told, so I'm kind of just regurgitating information that I learned, which I find fascinating, because this was all shrouded in mystery. But how it would work, the system would work. You again, okay, we can do anything with that. I do think I know where to take that. Someone can make you a pendant or something. You make a character, you pick a profession, you specialize all the way, you go all the way through your branch, which took a lot of time because you had to become a master or something. like a master marksman, or a martial artist, or a crafter of certain thing, or a entertainer even. Yeah, I don't know. There were I think a dozen or more professions. And then you would... there are not a lot of people about, actually. Yesterday, by now, I actually got some friendly people to give me some buffs and whatnot. You'd pick one of those professions, you'd get to the max of it, and then you might, because it was random, you might get a message that you either felt the force or something, felt the presence of the force or something or other, and that would mean that you had maxed out the right profession for your character, which was randomly chosen. Oop, I didn't loot. And that was only one part of it, because then you would need to do 2 more professions. You would have to... I think you would just... I don't know if you had to actually reset your character or just pick another profession. So you just turn off one profession and switch another one on. I don't know if you actually lose your progress in something. It might very well be, it might not. But yeah, then once again you had to pick a random profession once again and just hope that it was the right one. Or just on happenstance find the right one. Go through that all the way. And then you might find out that the a profession you... we got an upgrade. And then you get your second profession up, which might again takes a long time, and it might be in the beginning it was completely random, and also you couldn't know, so you had to get that up to full, and then you'd get another one random up to full, and then you would become force sensitive, I believe. But that wouldn't mean that your character became a Jedi, but that would mean that you opened up a character slot which you could create a character that was force sensitive, and that, or a character that had Jedi powers. That's how it worked. So it took months and months and months before anyone became a Jedi, which makes sense, because Star Wars Galaxies, of course, takes place after 4. Yeah, after the original Star Wars, in between Star Wars and The Empire Strikes Back. So there weren't any Jedi. I think with the added canon of the prequels and Disney Star Wars. We're not allowed, we don't speak of Disney Star Wars here, but anyway. I think there are more Jedi in that time period, but back then it was just, yeah, pretty much Obi-Wan Kenobi and Yoda. So yeah, they had to be rare. And they were. And then later on, I think they did implement some elements that would allow you to get like 4 stones or something that would tell you what profession you had to go and max out. And then there would be people, from what Mobius tells in his videos, there would be people that just made new characters, check their profession, and if it was one of the professions that was particularly nasty, they would just delete the character and make a new one and try again. Because if you really want one of the more easy professions to start out with. And then they got a cape. And then of course they redid the whole thing. Made the combat overhaul. And then you just picked a class. And you could just pick Jedi. No worries. Look at that. Upgrades galore. I think that's one of my corpses. Yeah. Sorry, everybody. Let's probably go hand in a quest. We can... If I have 12, I could do it twice. Oh yeah, I can do it 3 times now. Yeah, we got gloves. Let's celebrate by drinking some beer. And I don't think you can drink ale from a bag. You have to put it... There we go. Let's see if we get drunk. No. Yeah, we're drunk. Let's fight this no pop drunk. Which I don't know if it's a problem. Fighting drunk. Yes, you probably put taunt on a quick button as well, but for now. Whoa. So yeah, I'm just pressing forward. It's drunkenness that makes me go. What's that? Is that a two-hander? Ooh, a two-hand sword. Could keep that just to play around with the. Or can we equip it actually? Yep, we can. There you go. Yeah. Let's try it out. Yeah, anyway, I'll make my way back to the Paladin guild, and I'll see you there. Alright, made my way back to the guild. I was drunk for quite some time, but it seemed to be alright now. Right, who was the one that gave us the quest? I think he was wearing a cap. Yeah, I think it's Walton here. Good people who wish to join the cause. Let the call go out. I wish to join. So you don't want to give the wrong item to the wrong person, because they will just. I think they just eat the item, basically. Okay, crush the undead. Okay, so it's fine. I can give it to him. So, box for bones. If you use control, you only pick up 1. So you want to do this. 1 bone per square. Combine and let's... Okay, it didn't crash. Yesterday it crashed. And then we can just give it. And we got... Oh, I should have checked my percentage. We got 5 silver, 2 copper. We got Knights of Thunder got better. Blood Sabers got worse. Priests of Life got better. Guards of Qeynos got better. So yeah, those are all good things. For now, can I just put it? Okay, I can put it that one there, because I probably want to try that again. So Walton, I will crush the undead. Okay, here we have another box. Guess what? I don't even have to move. I will get you your undead bones. There we go. So 79%, 90%, and a loaf of bread. Wouldn't you know it? And let's eat the bread and drink the drink. Hail. Okay, stop for a moment. I will crush the undead. Thank you. Right, here it goes. Will you actually... No, you will move away. He does not have time. So since yesterday I did turn on compatibility mode with Windows 98 and Millennium, whatever you call it. So maybe that worked, because it's been very good to me today. Bam! There we go, level 3. I don't know how long the recording is going, but that is how long it takes to level 3. And that's with doing a quest that gave quite a bit of experience, actually. So yeah, but I think I'll call the episode here for now. There was probably I probably had more stuff to talk about though. Yeah, probably stuff about the community, how it's very good on this server. Community is probably the best you can ask for on P99 or Everquest servers. It's a different breed of people, I think, compared to some other MMOs. Yeah, they'll, like yesterday I came across people and they'll just buff you up, which buffs can be really powerful, especially buffs from higher level characters. So that's always welcome, and they'll actually give you they might give you like a few items, but they're also smart enough not to give you like super duper good stuff, because that kind of ruins the game for you. So they'll like yesterday I got someone who gave me a pair of braces that weren't like, for him it's probably nothing, but you know, for someone starting out it's pretty rare to have a pair of braces that gave me like some dex and some strength, I think. And yeah, and I think like a morning star or a club. Again, probably almost a trash item if you're higher level, but it's just cool when somebody gives you something like that, which is good enough that it'll help you along a few levels, but it's not so good that the game is you know, kind of not a challenge for you anymore, which might happen, honestly, because again, because this is made before World of Warcraft, everything just works differently. So from what I understand, you can just twink out a character. I think there's not much. I think there is stuff. I don't remember what it is. Yeah, but the level is not really stopping you from equipping high gear on a low level character. So yeah, all this work getting our one-handed slashing up, and we're still only feeble. Two-handed slashing is level 2 because we used it to fight a bat. So we get bash at level 6, which is a shield slam, I believe. Spells. I don't think paladins get spells until level 9, so that's quite a ways away. Dodge, double attack level 20. Hand to hand. Maybe training up some hand to hand is good, I don't know. Let's put it on 1 at least. Back in old World of Warcraft, it was somewhat of a good idea to have like a high unarmed skill, because if you were a melee character and you got hit by a skill that disarmed you, it would be nice, then you could still like actually hit something. Sense heading still only level 4. Yep, there's fishing, there's baking. That's also something that now crafting is pretty streamlined in MMOs. In this, if I didn't have the wiki handy, I'd have no idea where to start. It seems completely, I don't know, just you have to combine certain items in certain stations that just, like, yeah, how in the hell would I need to figure this out? Although, maybe, I think certain NPCs sell like recipes that might tell you what to do to a certain extent. But yeah, it's a trip, man. Anyway, I've prodded on long enough. I don't know if I'll do more. I kind of, if anyone's still watching, I'm very sorry. Very sorry about all the talking I did. I just kind of felt like talking about Everquest and talking about old MMOs and what I know of them, even though I've not really played the actual classic ones. My experience doesn't extend much further than just the occasional stint on emulator service, private service. But somehow they are fascinating to me. But yeah, there we go, level 3, with only a few hours work. Right, thank you for watching, and maybe see you some other time, but for now, farewell.